Welcome back, Patriots. Welcome to Sons of Liberty, 1773. Did you know it's kind of an important date to this channel? Sons of Liberty, which I love the founding of this country. I love the rabble rousers, Paul Revere, Sam Adams. They're part of the Sons of Liberty, formed in 1765. It grew out of the Loyal Nine. But in 1773, on this day, was the Boston Tea Party. That's when the Sons of Liberty, disguised as Mohawk Indians, boarded 3 British ships and dumped their 342 chests of tea into the harbor in protest of the Tea Act of 1773 that was enacted by the British Parliament. So, we need some rabble rousers today. I think we're in a time right now where we need, the Sons of Liberty, Sam Adams and, Benedict Arnold before he sold out America. Do you know he was one of the original Sons of Liberty? Benjamin Eads, Patrick Henry, John Lamb, Joseph Warren, Paul Revere. We need some of these rabble rousers of our time right now because they're not listening to us. And just so you know, there were 27 grievances with the Crown, folks. Everybody says, why'd we fight? It was taxation without representation. That's one. That's number 17 on the list. You want to read all 27, just read the Declaration. Also, so that was in 1773. Also on this date, December 16th, year of our Lord, 1777, Virginia became the first state to ratify the Articles of Confederation. And the quote I will give you today is from Thomas Jefferson. Information is the currency of democracy. Information is the currency of democracy when it's factual information and not revisionary BS or controlled narrative or suppression of free speech that we're dealing with today. I like studying history, folks. So important. Job, Old Testament, right? Chapter 8, verse 8, ask the former generations and find out what their fathers learned, okay? People get wisdom over a lifetime. Tap into it, right? I say if you want, as you're growing up, because, every 10 years you think, crap, if I would know now what 10 years ago knew what I knew now, and you just got to go to some people that have been around a little longer than you and ask, and that's what Job was saying. History, by apprising the people of the past, will enable them to be judge of the future. Thomas Jefferson. Daniel Webster said, "History is God's providence in human affairs." And then I love this one, folks. Patrick Henry. I have but one lamp by which my feet are guided, and that is the lamp of experience. I know of no way of judging of the future but by the past. And I think right now is a good time to be looking at the founding of this country and the tyranny they were dealing with, because it's here again. It's worse. If we could, just talking to somebody, if I had a time machine, go back and get the founding fathers, especially the Sons of Liberty. Very smart people, folks, and spent just, literally hours telling them, we got all this futuristic stuff, but here's what the government is doing to us. I think the first thing they would say is the 2A still intact? What's wrong with you people? So anyways, yeah, that's that. So we're learning, folks. There's a big information dump, right, of stuff to do with JFK, and they gave it all to us except like for 3%. And Tucker knows somebody, I'm going to share it, that has looked at the 3% they didn't give us, and looks like 1,000%. Our government assassinated JFK, and most likely planted and set up Richard Nixon in an entrapment to where Nixon resigned. Do you know Nixon? I'm always kind of tough on the guy because I was a little kid. I was born in 61. Nixon got elected first term in 69. And I've always kind of had a grudge at him because he took us off the gold standard, or finished taking us off the gold standard. We were almost off it anyways. Look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. But Henry Kissinger is I think the person I need to put my anger at. He set up the meeting between America and China because I said, well, Nixon's the one that started us trading with China, but I'm not so sure it wasn't Henry Kissinger. But do you know Nixon's second term? It was a complete blowout. He just ran away with it. And I think he was a threat to the deep state. So we're seeing what do I want to say here? We're seeing a character of the deep state that when they don't like something, they assassinate them, they plant evidence, and then look what's been going on with Trump. A habit here, still not the right word I'm looking for, but I'm sure you get where I'm going with this. So I'll keep this video short, folks, but we need, our government, I thought our government really turned evil, kind of starting with the Obama administration. Not that they haven't did some shady stuff in the past, but overall, we still had a pretty noble government, through most of my lifetime. Now I'm finding out maybe not so much. So this is over at the Gateway Pundit. What are they hiding? Government releases more than 13,000 documents related to JFK assassination, but FBI, CIA are still withholding 3% of the documents. Well, then we go here, and Tucker Carlson interviewed a guy last night. The answer is yes. I believe they were involved. When Tucker asked this person about JFK being assassinated by our government, and top intelligence source tells Tucker Carlson the CIA was involved in the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Tucker Carlson, we spoke to someone who has access to all these hidden CIA documents. The person is deeply familiar with what they contain. We asked this person directly, did the CIA have a hand in the murder of John F. Kennedy, an American president? And here is the reply we received verbatim. The answer, quote, the answer is yes. I believe they were involved. It's a whole different country from what we thought it was. It's all fake. Are you listening to that, folks? Damn, we're living in spooky times. So Henry Kissinger, I just wanted to share this. Kissinger is the one who arranged a secret meeting in China in 1971 and Richard Nixon's 1972 visit to China. The 72 summit, the U.S. and China open communication, trade, and agreements on certain principles of international conduct. And then in 72, Nixon won the election in a landslide, taking 60.7% of the popular vote and carrying 49 states while being the first Republican to sweep the South. He walked away with it. Let me see if I can find this real quick, what I was reading. Until the 1984 election, this win in 72 by Nixon was the largest margin of victory in the Electoral College in a U.S. presidential election. And as of 2022, it remains the last time a presidential candidate captured more than 60% of the popular vote. It was also the first presidential election that would see California move ahead of New York in each state's number of electoral votes, a gap that has since widened. I'm saving that for another video. Okay. So the deep state is real. And when we get a president for the people elected like JFK was, they whacked him. Nixon, I'm going to say they had some real problems with him too. all I remember with a little kid, was he got impeached. I had this stupid rubber mask that I'd pull over, a Nixon mask. They were common. I'd ride around on my banana bike, doing that. But I always had my bitch about Nixon was number one. He took us off the gold standard, turned our currency into a complete fiat currency, finished taking us off the gold standard. We were almost completely off it anyways, folks. But this meeting with China should have been, we can make you a great financial powerhouse. We'll share manufacturing. We will show you how to grow your economy and turn your poor country into a wealthy nation. But you've got to get rid of communism. You do that and you will thank us. We will show you the way. But that's not what happened. People saw an opportunity, corporations, to get cheap labor, right? And fight inflation, right? Wouldn't have to pay American wages. Simple stuff. We could use cheap labor. But mainly the greed of the money, right? And it's still going on. Trump's the first one that said, we're going to end this shit. China's been bending us over for decades, ripping us off. And then what happened, right? Another threat to the system. And they went after, I'm going to tell you, somebody, and I would like to give this person credit, they tweeted this, but they said the effort to stop Trump from running, to remove him as president, and to stop him from running again has did more damage than America in the world than anything, especially to America. And it couldn't be truer. Did you watch the... I should have had it keyed up because it's not that long, and I don't. Maybe I'll do it in another video. Trump's speech on big tech and the First Amendment, 7 minutes long yesterday. It's incredible. He got everybody, he punked everybody because he says big news tomorrow, which was yesterday, and he comes out with these stupid electronic trading cards. I don't even know what the hell they are. And then that was it. And I thought, what? That's it? Are you effing kidding me? Well, then he comes out with the bombshell, the awesome thing. And, he kind of gets a laugh. And it kind of pissed me off all yesterday. But those stupid cards, he made 500 grand. All of them sold overnight. So, I guess he kind of gets the last laugh. But I'm going to play that video in a separate video. I'm going to do one other video on the economy, folks. And then I am going to go over to Rumble and let loose, and the cuss words are probably going to fly. I'm going to drop more F-bombs than a fleet, a sortie of B-52s dropping their ordnance, because I'm just pissed with all this stuff and what's going on in America and where we are as a nation. And it's so corrupt and broken. And I want to tell you what's on my mind. And unfortunately, a couple of the things I want to talk about, you just can't talk about them on this platform. I'm going to share. We're just becoming such a immoral country. With the people don't go to church, kids don't go to church. The nuclear family's been broken down. This, satanic stuff that's going on with kids and in our, it's really evil stuff. But I'll just share this quote from George Washington. This was from his 1796 farewell address. He said, "Of all the dispositions and habits which lead to political prosperity, religion and morality are indispensable supports. Our politicians are morally bankrupt. They're evil, wicked people. And the good ones, the moral conservatives that we want to get elected to fix the system, look what they did to them this election, right? That's it. I'm going to end it here, folks. I'm going to try to keep this short. If you like the content of this channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. Just hit the subscribe button. you need to hit the bell and get all notifications. There's like 3 choices. Otherwise, you'll be going, why don't I get notifications for your channel? And that'll be the reason. But I will see. I'm gonna do a video. The economy is hemorrhaging. It's all the bubble's bursting. I'm gonna talk about that in the next video, and then I'm gonna head over to Rumble, and I'm gonna make a video and I'll post it over at Rumble. My Rumble channel is really easy to find. You just go to my main YouTube page right here, main page. And if you're on your smartphone, you got to scroll over to see the About tab. And then you click on About and you go down there and it's got all my social media links. And you will see Rumble. So go over to Rumble and find me. It's Sons of Liberty 1773. If you search channels on Rumble, it should pull me up. But if you can't find it, you can find it here. Okay? I will see you guys. God bless.